Hello students, today we are going to discuss short questions of chapter 5, which is circular motion. So without wasting our time, let's start. Explain the difference between tangential velocity and angular velocity. If one of these is given for a wheel of known radius, how will you find the other? Tangential velocity is the linear velocity of an object moving along the circular or curved path. As the linear velocity is always along the tangent, that is why it is known as tangential velocity. The rate of change of angular displacement is known as angular velocity. If one of them is given for a wheel of known radius r, then the other can be found as v equals to r omega. Explain what is meant by centripetal force and why it must be furnished to an object if the object is to follow a circular path. A force that keeps a body to move in circular path is known as centripetal force, and to bend the normally straight path into circular path, a perpendicular force is needed, which is known as centripetal force. What is meant by moment of inertia? Explain its significance. The product of mass and the square of its distance from the center of the mass to the axis of rotation is known as moment of inertia, and it plays the same role in angular motion as mass in linear motion. By angular momentum, explain the law of conservation of angular momentum. The cross product of position vector and the linear momentum of an object is known as angular momentum. The magnitude of angular momentum can be defined as the product of moment of inertia and angular velocity. The law of conservation of angular momentum can be stated as: if no external torque acts on the system, then the total angular momentum of the system remains conserved, which means that angular momentum before and after remains conserved. Show that orbital angular momentum L0 equal mvr. So this can be shown as: what should be the minimum velocity for a satellite to orbit close to the Earth around it? The minimum velocity should be 7.9 km per second, and it can be shown as: state the direction of following vectors in simple situations: angular momentum and angular velocity. The direction of these vectors can be given by right-hand rule. Right-hand rule can be stated as: grasp the axis of rotation and curl the fingers in the direction of rotation, then erect thumb will indicate the direction of angular momentum and angular velocity. When mud flies off the tire of a moving bicycle, in what direction does it fly? Explain. When the mud fly off a moving bicycle, it flies with the linear velocity along the tangent. A discant hoop starts moving down from the top of an inclined plane at the same time. Which one will have greater speed on reaching the bottom? The disc will have greater speed on reaching the bottom, and this can be shown as: why a diver does changes its body position before and after diving in the pool? The diver changes his body position to make more somersaults. When he jumps, he has large moment of inertia and small angular velocity. After some time, he gets close and its moment of inertia reduces. Hence, to conserve the angular momentum, angular velocity increases. Explain how many minimum number of geostationary satellites are required for global coverage of TV transmission. 3 correctly positioned geostationary satellites can cover the whole globe, because one such geostationary satellite covers 120 degrees of longitude. So hopefully students, you have understood all these questions, and if you like my video, then share it, watch it, and subscribe my YouTube channel. We will upload short questions of next chapter soon. Thank you.